Hello and welcome to this edition of Eat Right with Rouses. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. And always glad to have with us our favorite dietitian, April Sins. Hello, April.
Hello, Keith. How are you today?
I am very well, thank you. But I see you deep diving into the mango mysteries.
Yes, we're making some mango salsa today, and we're talking all about mangoes.
Oh, well, I'm glad because I've got lots of questions, by the way. So today is Test Your Favorite Dietitian's Knowledge. If that's okay with you, do you mind if I ask you a few questions about mangoes?
I am going to try my best, Keith. Thank you.
I'm sure you'll do well. You've always answered every one of my questions. And so I guess the first one is one of those things that I always expect to get from you and to know from Rouses is what's some of the nutritional information about mangoes?
Yeah, so mangoes are super fun. You can find them on the shelves at Rouses. They're in like the tropical fruit area. Most of the time, they're not going to be refrigerated. They're going to sort of be like by the bananas and things. Okay. And what's interesting about it is that it has 20 vitamins and minerals inside of it, and it is a good source of vitamin C. So a lot of people think they can get vitamin C only from oranges. Not true. You can get vitamin C from your mangoes as well. So it kind of is like a superfood because it has so many vitamins and nutrients in it.
Okay, and so you mentioned that it's one of those things that is not in the refrigerated section. So if I were to get a mango, how long can I leave it out? How long can it stay out on the counter and still stay fresh?
Yes. So when you bring your mango home and you put it on the counter, you want to leave it on the counter for a couple of days until it gets soft. So how you choose a mango is not by looking at it. You're going to see mangoes of all different colors. There's different varieties that we get at Rouses as well. And so the way that you tell if a mango is ripe is you press on it. You have to use your fingers and press on the mango. And if it has a little bit of give inside of that skin, then you know it's ready to slice. Now, if you put it on your countertop and it is nice and ripe, then you can transfer that over to your refrigerator. If you put it in your refrigerator, it's going to give you a couple more days before you have to slice it open. So I love that. It's kind of like an avocado when you think about it, because you can leave the avocado out until it's ripe. And then when it's ripe, then move that to the refrigerator to give you a little bit more time.
Move it to the fridge. You know, you said something, and I got too busy asking the next question. You mentioned the superfood. Can you tell us some of the advantages of what a superfood is and the advantages that it has for different aspects in our life?
Yeah, superfood is basically kind of like a nickname that we give foods that have a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. And the reason why we're saying that mangoes kind of fit in that category is because it has some immune supporting, it has cardiovascular supporting, some functions in it that actually support a lot of those different things that our body needs.
Yeah, and so we've read about it with all the research that we've done, all the work that I do with people with dementia and memory loss. It's got some improvements to neurologic and cognitive functioning as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. So
awesome.
It's definitely, it can support a lot of those different functions of the body.
Okay, very good. So that's how we know that it can stay out. Now, how do we choose the perfect mango when we're in the store? How do we find the perfect mango?
Yes. Okay. I kind of got a little bit ahead of myself.
Okay.
And so whenever you're in the store, what you're going to do is you're going to pull that mango up and actually give it a little bit of see if it has a little give in the skin. Okay. So if it does have a little bit of give, you can kind of press it a little bit, then you know that's a ripe mango. Now, if you're not ready to eat it right away and you're like, you know what, I can bring that mango home, let it sit on the countertop for a couple of days before I'm ready to eat it, then you could get one that's not ripe. And so you're not looking at the color when you look at the mango. The color is only indicative of how it sat on the tree and how the sun hit it and things like that. Okay. That's the only thing that the color is telling you. It's not telling you about the ripeness. So you want to actually pick it up and give it a little squeeze.
So it's not a look test, it's a feel test.
Yes.
Right. We want to be able to feel it. Okay. Now, listen, a lot of people hear about natural sugars and they get a little bit of concern sometimes. But can diabetics eat mangoes?
Yeah, so you'll be happy to know that the American Diabetes Association says that mangoes are considered a low glycemic food. It just means that it doesn't turn to sugar as fast as some other foods with a high glycemic index. So the benefit of that is that whenever you eat the mango, it's a little bit more stable in the blood sugar. Now, that said, you still have to watch the portion size of it because it does contain carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, we know, turn to sugar because it gives us energy to use. Now, whenever you have diabetes, you got to just watch that portion size and make sure you're not overdoing it. So maybe share. Mangoes can be a pretty good size. So maybe share it or have half one day and have half another day.
Okay, because of the largest of size. And now maybe my most important question, because sometimes I will just massacre fruits whenever I get them. Tell me the best way to cut a mango.
This is my favorite thing because when I discovered the best way to cut a mango, I felt empowered. I felt like I can do anything because now I know how to cut a mango. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to do this. What happens is in the mango is there is a flat seed inside of here. And so keep that in mind that there's a big flat seed. And so you want to cut along the longest. So when you look at the mango, you're going to see it's wide and narrow depending on how you hold it. So you want to cut it along the seed is what you're doing. So basically when you cut the mango like this, you're going to they call it a mango cheek. And so when you cut the mango like that, you're going to get one side. And then when you go on the other side of the seed, you're going to cut this like this. Now, what happens is you end up with these two big pieces, and then you have this center part that actually has the seed inside. You can definitely peel this off and then kind of cut around that seed to make sure you don't miss out on any of that good mango there. Now, with this part, what you're going to do is you're going to slice it, and then you're going to take a spoon and pull it out. I'm going to show you how to make a quick mango salsa with this because this is a really fun way that you can eat it. Of course, you can snack on the mango, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm putting in it. So all I did was I kind of sliced it to where I put a little lines in it and then just spooned it out of here. Now, let me show you how to make this mango salsa because I want to make sure you see this. I have a little bit of red onion because it is a salsa. So you think, oh, it's sweet, but then you mix that red onion in there. It's going to make this more salsa-like. You have your cilantro like you would put in a regular salsa. And look how colorful this is. You're going to add your lime juice, and then you eat it with chips. And you could add a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder if you want. And it's just a fun way to have a nice mango dish, very refreshing and cool during the summer.
I love it. Great options. April, thank you as always. We appreciate that. It's beautiful. Great colors.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for showing us all that. Thanks for answering all the questions. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Keith.
You got it. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular edition of Eat Right with Rouses. But don't go anywhere. I got a whole lot more right here on HTV.